Hi. I received a few emails that I felt I needed to answer through webcam. They followed in this vein. One person asked, I seem to be two different people. Another one asked, I knew all this truth that you teach, Burt, when I was younger, yet I seem to have lost it. Well, first of all, this is not only common, but this is part of the growing process. It's inevitable because we are duality creatures. Let me make it a little clearer here. First of all, life is meant to be experienced completely, directly. And so we have been born a human being. Now, human and being are, and most people are not aware of this, I think, there are two opposites. The human part of us is always seeking, wanting, yearning, desiring, and is never satisfied. And it keeps on prodding itself to make improvements, to have a better life, and so on and on and on. Another part of us is being. And the being part just is being. So what we call being is peace, relaxation, acceptance, love, flowing, being in tune, being happy, having no disturbing questions, just being. See, now the two are opposites, but they're also complementary because it is through their integration that we become a whole being or realize our true nature. Now, this is the way it works for us to understand, because both human and being need each other. The human needs the being, so through the human we learn to allow and not fight and resist because it doesn't work, and that's what the human wants to do. The human wants to get its own way. It has to win, it has to be in control. The being is. So what we call human is that part in us that is always striving to become. It's a becoming process. The being is. There is nowhere to go, nothing to achieve, but to be. But we will find that everything that we love is in the being. When you are in love, you are in being. You feel one with the person, object, or experience. So being is the ultimate, but we do not yet know it. We are happiest when we are being. We are relaxed when we are being. Just like, being on a beautiful sunny beach, not too hot, just lying down on the warm sand, looking at the sky, the clouds drifting gently, and listening to those sound waves. The waves that are almost musical, and you feel happy. You're not doing anything, you're not thinking anything, there are no worries, there's nothing to become, there's only to be. That's our happiest moments. And the funny, strange thing, until we realize it, is that the human is always seeking the being. Because the nature of the human is yearning, seeking, wanting, needing. But what? The being itself. But it thinks it is out in the world through achievement, attainment. And although there is nothing wrong with achievement and attainment, but it doesn't give you the being. And it is through the being that you are really feeling successful inside yourself, because it brings inner fulfillment, inner security. So this seems to be the paradox until we realize that we are constantly going back and forth between the human and the being. But how do we integrate them? This is the key. And the word for integration is called allowing. Please understand this word. And if you want to know more about allowing, then send me an email to send you a PDF booklet called The Miracle of Allowing. Okay, so how do we allow? Well, suppose right now you're feeling angry, depressed, anxious, and you are really want to learn from it, because life is to experience. You don't deny your anxiety or your depression, because the more you do, the worse they get, naturally, because you resist. What you resist persists. It gets worse. You have no choice but to learn to allow. So at this point, you are depressed, you take a deep breath, you sit with the feeling. Now remove the word depression, the label depression, because then it keeps it mental. So by removing the word depression, you are simply stuck with only the sensation of it in the body. Listen to the sensation in the body. Feel it totally in the body. And then begin to relax it. Relax into the feeling. Allow the feeling completely. Then, what happens as you relax it completely? The sensation itself becomes neutral, and it becomes part of being. Now the being and the human at this point are one, and you have taken a big, big step towards the realization of your true nature. And this is what it's all about anyway. Okay. Thank you for listening. Namaste.